Good evening. My name is Supreme Apostle Baksay, and one of the Supreme Apostles, Supreme Lord Jesus Christ, in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saint Peter in Salt Lake City, Utah, in the U.S. In the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we have this new movement of the Supreme Apostle Baksay, and I really am actually in great need of support. As the Slovaks this year, Slovak national, I Supreme Apostle Baksay was actually detained from the United States of America, as well as from Canada and from Israel. So that was in the town of Mr. Moses. Now, I'm 34 years old, so 1979. In Warsaw, it was International Year of Children in that year, so many of the inhabitants of Warsaw received such wonderful actions, like a t-shirt, I remember, or carry bag, or shopping bags, is the wonderful symbol and logo of International Year of Children. Since that time, until President Monson became president, was speaking Spanish Avenue, African French, and Howard Avenue. Brigham and Henry, I could be baptized. This guy says I was included records in the church. I received Brigham teacher, priest, and elder. I was receiving calling of President Henry, received a program, proselytizing mission, in Amnesty, Preston, as well as in Frankfurt, German mission. So I am very grateful for this glorious gift that I could learn also Slovak and Czech language, Slovak and Czech language, questions. So it's very long ago, right? It was maybe sometimes 4th century or earlier. The belief in Jesus Christ, the Slavs was always believing in Jesus Christ. They also had translation of the Holy Scriptures, the Bible, and then there's additional information also about the Book of Mormon, Northern Government, Bill of the Great Rise. The Book of Mormon, the Bible was first time translated in Slovak language that was in the form of Laholic in 863 AD. So that was 863 years since Jesus Christ was born in Bethlehem. So we have today Halloween. So I actually was good afternoon as Halloween afternoon on Thursday. In London, at the Oxford there's the Appraisals Street, London is a couple of Anglia, European, and American. We have now afternoon. So this video is meant for American members of the Church Associations, but I would like to dedicate actually the video to Heavenly Father, to the Most High, Eternal Father in heaven, the ELOHIM, and His Eternal Son, the Only-begotten Son of flesh, the Supreme Lord Jesus Christ, Yahweh, and also to all the translated beings. The project that I work on is for equity, so it might have some more equality and equity in the Church of Jesus Christ of the United States. So it might not have only English families and a majority and few other families, or maybe now it is from all nations and in other nations that is a privilege. But it is Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints, so because I when on my own residency, I was really not good for English to be presidency and the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints, except such a lesser level, like one space in presiding bishopric by the group. What I've learned about English so far is the worship, and the war is still not of God. There's actually some war in heaven that they propose. There's not. I was born actually as a son of God, so I'm a child of God. I'm not any English or any Slovak. And that's wonderful to remember that we need to believe in Jesus Christ, and we need to empty the general board from English forefathers, from those fathers that was in English. They need to be in general board maybe, and one space can be English. As a gratitude to that good part, the English. But I'm sure it is not for presidency, also for the not for the that maybe one space in form of presiding bishopric, and that's already maximum that the English can have. Now that I'm grateful to English, you can hear, I'm really granted one space. to some of English forefathers. Those who have Czech forefathers, there where I already am very generous, so I also Russian. This really nation that are peaceful, that are keeping peaceful, and was really keeping very peacefully. It was taking some northern part of Taiga, and then it was taking some northern part of, of some other parties, like for example the Chubut, Chubut and Kamchat, and Alaska was also Russian. You know, the nature of Russian Christianity was very peaceful. We remember Napoleon, he went like crazy there, killing exceedingly many. And Russia very peacefully was committed to Moscow. Moscow was very Napoleon crazy dead. Thinking also. So that's what you know there. If you want the English to be peaceful, which is don't let them reign, and it is fine. So now that we might get some of our peace, I think that we might wonder about word of wisdom. Is word of wisdom good to keep? I think it is. I'm not saying the English are at the moment holding the keys of the kingdom, right? Spend some months that's Swedish. We had Swedes coming to church sometimes in 1600, and they was also very crazy. I'm not saying this in Chinese people, they're really sorts of crazy too. So we need to ask the English and Swedish are thinking about themselves, who they are, and that they sing the hymns with wisdom. We don't have any Iraqi war by English and Swedish. We don't have any terror and Rammstein in all Europe. People are really afraid, and that's what English really crazy doing. So pumpkins on the heads, they're really dead. They use those faces as they does at Halloween. It's really English and Swedish. So we need to ask Monson, or President Thomas Mr. Monson, he will be mindful, transfiguration of Lord Jesus Christ, ascension of Lord Jesus Christ into heaven, and cease with those bacon, bacon dogs or bacon cakes or bacon brains of English and Swedish. And we need to now begin the eyes of the Apostle Baksay will reign in peace from this craziness of this American belief society and all their crazy kids, all the Mormons. So if you want to be any generals, you become a general, but somewhere in isolation, not Rammstein, not Iraqi, not the crazy wars of pagans, of English forefathers and other English crazy Swedish or whoever the Monsons are. So I am Supreme disciple of Supreme Lord Jesus Christ, and I'm inviting you to finally restitute, to state very clearly the Supreme Apostle Baksay is the representative of Lord Jesus Christ, and the Supreme Apostle and the Supreme Apostle Baksay is the soul that is supposed to reign in the Church of Jesus Christ of the Saints, and who will reign in Israel forever. And someone might have salvation as it behooves the Lord Jesus Christ, instead of this religious society, English matriarchate, where he said that the Church of Jesus Christ listens at this time about doing. So that's how it is in Regent Street now, as I said, Apostle Baksay, or in Apple Store, in Upfront, in Lower Regent Street, in the London Royal Capital of England. We have Ocean Circus there. We have Book of Mormon musical. I was just visiting there. It began first month, so it was in February. Now we have October, and there's no difference. The musical is there. I'm not saying that there are many airplanes anymore coming upon Libya from here, but we still have Iraqi war. We still have loads of porno on. We still have Afghanistan war. We still have Vegas on, and Las Vegas, with all the gambling. We still have here lots of alcohol to be sold, and what was maybe good that we have here in central London, accurately in the city of Westminster, lots of adverts about the Book of Mormon. I think that the Book of Mormon has some goodness in it. I think that it's supposed to not name the Book of Mormon after any general Mormon, even if it was a historian or not, or if he wrote it or not. This Book of Jesus Christ needs to be named Book of Jesus Christ's Book, or the New Testament of Jesus Christ, or including the Bible, just one of the books of the Bible. There, yes. Now, what not? We said already, not the English, not the Swedish, not the wars in these sorts of fake and English traditions or Swedish traditions. But what he has here is me, so when I was the Baksay, and then my piece. We heard about Adolf Hitler, that he was having a book, My War. They I also know that similar as Norman Hinckley or as Joseph Smith with his militia, or as Brigham Young with his Wild West wars. You know, there was at least two wars that time. Now, I'm not saying that I absolutely hate the English. I actually am grateful for all the hospitality. I'm in England now, in the real capital of England. I just need to make sure that who will govern here will be ELOHIM, Yahweh, and me, so when I was Slovaks, Evo. And then because, you know, if you govern, yeah, you do it to yourself bad. And if I govern, I do good to myself, but also to others. So it's global peace, global glory, translation to heaven's glory, and ascension to heaven. Through my sing song from this exceeding terror of President Thomas Spencer Monzon, this military of President Thomas Spencer Monzon, I'm a free person because I am really of Christ. And what I want us to realize is the Church of Jesus Christ shall be renamed from the Church of Jesus Christ, from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to the Church of Jesus Christ, Ascension of Saints in the presence. We need to have ascension to heaven. And it's such a great talks, yes. John Taylor did give, yeah, Dad Joseph did more for the salvation of mankind than any other man in it, or except Christ, any other man. It's really not acceptable. What is acceptable with John Taylor then after he said it and after he recorded the end. Book of Dark and Corners, John Taylor was seen lightning and was dead and boring. That acceptable because there's such a sin to put in Holy Scriptures such a lie. That Jesus was a dead person. Dead persons are not very important. Dead persons is dead. It might have some importance. We are grateful for anything good they did, but if they are dead, they are not a good example. If they are dead, they are simply decomposed. They are just not very needed.
Unfortunately.
What we have here, President Barack Obama with his forces. Barack Obama, maybe a smile, allow me to. So we quite kind you asked me. So because you're so kind, I sing to you. I sing to you from Bible, New Testament, Book of John, chapter 13.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, King of Jesus Christ.
Sorry to interrupt. How long are you going to be?
So it's together. Just a minute.
Okay.
As I have loved you, love one another. As you commandment, love one another. I do now know that you are my disciple. If you have loved one to another. Brothers and sisters in the Church of Jesus Christ, listeners, I testify that the baptism in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is the gate unto our translation to heaven's glory and ascension into heaven. For all members, for all those who are baptized in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Now, the baptism in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is also get into the only kingdom of heaven and earth. That's why we shall not just leave it for Lord Jesus Christ what will happen. That's really not how it ought to be. Jesus Christ is really clearly explaining that we need to diligently ask, seek, and act to keep His commandments, to know the law and the doctrine, and to keep His commandments. And it is not any English pagan tradition or Swedish pagan tradition that's true. I'm not sure when officially was the gospel of Jesus Christ, biblical gospel, and also the Book of Mormon translated first time in English language or in Swedish language, but in Slovak language, it was already written in 863 AD. So we have a tradition that is clear and that is really to be said at the general headquarters of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints as Alpha and Omega, as the real state of things, as the truth, and therefore I, as Apostle Baksay, from all Slovaks and Czechs, need to be the president to preside on general board of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints of the former first president, so Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I may be also United States of America president, and I think there might be some more principles to share. So maybe about celestial wedding, in heaven or in Salt Lake